Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video I'm going to be doing a really fun one that I love, watching when I do have time to watch plant videos, and it is none other than my plant of the month. So I want to start off this year by showcasing every single month a plant that has brought me so much joy for whatever reason it may be, whether it might be growth, whether it might be just look, whether it might just be plain joy for having it in my collection, or if it's new, it doesn't matter. I want to show you all each month a plant that I'm loving, and of course Lola always has to make an appearance in the videos. So if you're interested in the plant of the month for 2021, wow, 2021, no, 2022, January 2022, then keep on watching. So welcome back everybody. Okay, I'm gonna get straight into the video. The plant of the month, as you might see currently on frame, is none other than my Rattlesnake Calathea. Look at this beauty. I absolutely love this plant. It is stunning. It was actually a birthday gift. My cousin Y3, he's actually here on YouTube as Y3. His name is Lionel, but Y3, he gifted this to me in the year 2020. Believe it or not, I cannot believe I've had this plant since the year 2020. It is so beautiful, and I remember when I was gifted this plant, I was like, oh my gosh, it's stunning, but oh my gosh, crap, you gave me a freaking Maranta plant. Okay, I don't like these plants. I don't want them in my collections. I don't purchase them for myself, you know. So I didn't say all that to him, but I was nervous for myself, like, can I keep these plants alive, because they're so famously known to be fussy plants that brown, that die, and that require so much attention and specific care needs. So I was really nervous to have this. I was happy, I smiled, I accepted it, but I knew I had a lot of work ahead of me. So I definitely shared that video to you all on YouTube. Well, so I'm gonna tag it here for you all if you're interested to see the plants that I received for my birthday in 2020. But yes, this plant has shown me absolute opposite of my fear. It has proven me wrong, and I'm so happy about that. The Rattlesnake Calathea, also known as the Geopertia insignis, is a plant native to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It is, like I mentioned, part of the Marantaceae family, and it's a lance-like Maranta also. So lance foliage are ones that are like stranger, more like a dagger, more like a knife, a blade. So when you think of lance plants, you think of things that are more straight like this. So this is a lance sort of Maranta, and as you can just notice, the foliage itself is so stunning. My cousin, he did such an amazing job. Thank you so much, Lionel. I love this plant so much. The foliage, it's the nickname Rattlesnake Calathea, so it just has this such a unique foliage. It has these darker green spots and a lime green base, and when you look at the back, you get this dark, you know, burgundy, eggplant, purple, red. It's such a stunning plant. I love it so much, and I got 2 new growth out of this plant so far since this year has started. I got this nice pretty leaf right here, and let me see if I could spot the other one. This one is still unfurling a bit, so you can see it's just, oh, it is such a beautiful plant. And the care wise that I can mention for you all, so it actually lives here on this plant stand that I have, and I'm gonna tag the unboxings for this plant stand if you're also interested. I have it living here, and it's also directly under a light but not directly under it, because there's other plants that canopy it, so it's not getting that direct grow light. It's getting just like an offshoot of like glimmers of light. I'm gonna try my best to try and show you all what it's, the lighting that it's getting. So this is where the Rattlesnake Calathea lives, and as you can see, this is the grow light, and as you can see, it's not getting a lot of light. It's pretty much in the shade, but it's getting just a kiss of light right here, which is more than enough for it. It lives right next to my silver stripe. So yeah, that's, you know, where it's living and the lighting that it's receiving. But this plant, it's not getting direct light from my grow light, and I also make sure to keep it moist. I do not let this plant dry out. If you let it dry out, just like any sort of Marantha Calatheas, they are going to crisp up, okay? You let it dry, so will the leaves. The leaves go according to the amount of water you're providing it, honestly. Honestly. So when I first received it, so this is one of the older leaves right here. You can see some little browning on the tips, and that's because, you know, I was kind of like figuring out the care. I wasn't too sure about like, am I doing it correctly? And instantly, like, the plant told me, you're doing it, you got it, baby, keep it going. So those are the two main things I would love to talk about in regards to the plant care. Make sure you keep this plant evenly moist at all times. Do not let it dry out. Don't let it dry out. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste this plant's beauty. And also do not give it direct sunlight, because it will burn. The leaves will burn. This is more of, again, it's like a canopy plant, so letting other plants just like cover it, and it just gets very light glimmers of like lighting, then that really works for it too. And also in this room, it gets light from the windows too, so it's not getting direct light if it was like on the window, because it's on the wall. So I have like my other plants that love like good lighting closer to the windows, and other ones that don't mind, you know, softer light a bit further back here with the grow light near it. So in regards to fertilization, you can fertilize it the same way you're fertilizing the other plants in your home. So that's what I do when I fertilize my plants. I don't just like, I'll pick and choose certain ones, except Hoyas, because Hoyas I fertilize with regular water, and also I fertilize with orchid fertilizer. But these Stромanthe, Calathea, Marantha sort of plants, I fertilize them according to the time I water and fertilize the other plants. So yeah, this plant is really easy. So if it's a plant that likes to be moist, make sure you don't provide it with well-draining soil. Make sure you give this plant a soil mix that loves, you know, water. So don't add a whole bunch of orchid bark and perlite into this. You know, stay closer to the mossy, sort of peaty soil mix. So that is all I really just wanted to mention about this plant. It's really easy. It's one of the plants that it's beautiful, and this plant doesn't require so much just specific needs. It's not like a alocasia that is a mite, you know, it's just a mite magnet. No, this plant is just so perfect. And again, get yourself one. So yes, my salty pecans, let me know if you have any particular plants in your collection that you're considering to be your plant of the month that's just making you so happy. This plant is just so beautiful, and it doesn't require so much for someone who's busy, who has stress sometimes, who has, you know, seasonal depression, who just is living life and just forgets sometimes to water their plants. This plant is so forgiving. But I know for myself that if I do slack, then it's my fault. So I don't want this plant to die, so I make sure I do stay on top of the watering of this plant, definitely, especially through my harder and tougher times. But get you a Rattlesnake Calathea, like I said, Geopertia insignis, native to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. With that being said, thank you so much, my salty pecans, for watching this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and sharing. Subscribe if you aren't already. Join this little kooky family because we're pretty awesome here. Become a salty pecan, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Make sure you're following me on all my other social medias at HauzPlant, HauzPlant, and I will see you on the next one. Let's get going. Bye.